have Valmonica for you. It would also appear that we have Memento and Blackwings as well, along with some of your other meta challengers for sneak peek. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, you all wanted some more sneak peek goodness here. Well, we have a Valmonica list for you here that's actually, I think, going to make people pretty happy. We do have the new Valafar here, which is, two monsters, including a Valmonica Link monster. This is unaffected by non-Valmonica card effects. While you do have those 6 counters on this, it gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase for each level 4 Valmonica that we control. So, you got a lot of these things up and running for you here. And then once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monsters, you can negate that summon. If you do, destroy that monsters, and then remove 3 resonance counters from your field. Honestly, this on a Link to a 3000 attack might not seem the best, but this thing is a hard carry. And then, of course, we did get the Creator out here, which is Valmonica Link monsters. You get 1200 attack while has 6 or more resonance counters on the field. So, fun fact, this turns into a 4200, which is a thing. And then, if your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, you can immediately after resolve, you can link summon a Valmonica. So, you can make this during the opponent's turn, which is pretty solid. And then, if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can place a resonance counter on 1 card in your pendulum zones that you can place on them until it has 3. Alright, so basically, this deck still does the exact same degeneracy as it's wanted to do for a while. Everything's still going to resolve around these resonance counters. Also, we're only focusing on 1, 2 of these, dedicating 2 slots to these. We are also playing the Ragna Zero in here. This was an original tech choice I know a few people were discussing. The fact that, being able to just punish your opponent for a monster who's got a current different attack than its, current, and get a free draw as well is everything that you want to see. But personally, I think everything in terms of ratios here looks exactly as you want it to. Next up here, we have Blackwings. Now this was an interesting choice to see, considering, your rest of your meta, because, you had Memento getting second here. This got top 4, and then our Valmonica also got top 4. So you have a very large spread of things. Tenpai ended up winning this event. I'm not really surprised about that. But this whole build, as much as we want to be like, ooh, we got the sauce for you on the Blackwings, we really don't. Like, if you think you're going to get away with playing some sort of spicy, turbo synchro version, no, it was just me, Kali King Yuga, all alone. Like, basically everything you're trying to do is just 2 level 4 monsters, get you into the free Raiders night, and then you start getting access to climbing up through these different, standpoints, and then as soon as you see, rank up magic quick launch, you're just off to the races for the defensive play for this. You also have, as stupid as this is too, Dissipator's also an extremely good card for the things that you're suddenly getting access to out here. And don't even let me get started on, Full Armor Master. 3,000 attack points, personally, is a lot easier to handle in the current modern era than it used to be. That's why, it's unaffected by other card effects, I think is fine to have walking around in today's meta. This will inconvenience a couple of people, but it's not going to be a very large issue for very long, because, you just got to slam down the boss monsters and get to where you need to be. To be honest with you, though, the rest of the essentials that this deck is kind of providing to you would be pretty standard with everything else that we've seen in the Blackwing department. Minus, there's no Lubellions and things in here. No Horus package either. I do like those cards. They're cute, but alright, but this card is very, very good. Next up here, we have our Memento duels. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have liked the ideas of the different Memento builds that I have seen so far, messing around with the different ratios in here. Now, I do like Double Sheep a lot. I think Double Sheep is pretty good, because one, not only does it basically get a chance to float, but this is also going to be, the manual fuser that you're going to need to kind of help out. This build is also playing Double Combined Creation. This this can be a little bit hit or a miss, to be honest with you. I feel like if you're dedicating to a 1-of, though, and your opponent does happen to be side decking DD Crow, well, it's a really bad day for you. We're also playing 1 Boneback. Now, this is not something that I tend to see all that much either. Actually, we never see this card. Like, most of your ratios are just triple Bone Party, 1 field spell, and then, like, a trap card between like Cranium Burst or Fracture Dance if you choose to play it. Like, this is some extra little stuff for you to decide, hey, maybe I'm playing in a localized environment out here, maybe we can see some different little tech choices along the way. And with those differences, we can start to open up the door and go, hey, there's different things we can do. We can start to extend out here and see what other builds that we can actually mess around with. Also, to be honest with you, I think triple combined creation's fine too. Most builds, I believe, choose to go to the 2 side here, mainly because, you make one and then you dump stuff, and that's just kind of it. Like, you've done your job. You put your opponent into, the bad position, and then it's like, hey, mission accomplished. We've done our thing. And then, the there can only be one is also a really cute tech choice here as well. So outside of that, a lot of interesting little moving pieces in list, and that's fine. So winning this whole event was actually Tempai Dragons. Now, call it what it is. You have a lot of decisions that you have to make with this build. Among those decisions are going to be, how many Fadras do I want to play? I really, really, really don't want to play with any less than 2 Fadras. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I think double Fadra is going to be your optimal play, and I think if you're trying to kind of skim off the top, you're doing yourself a disservice, to be honest with you. Like, 1 is cute, but 1 tells me, well, go ahead and wreck me, I suppose. Double Genroku is 100% fine. And then, of course, you do see the double little mini Dora Drago in here as well. I think double Dora Drago is going to get you essentially where you need to be for a lot of your initial ratios. I also see here, we are side decking the Sengen Kaiho. Sengen Kaiho is a very, very cute card in the things that it allows you to do. It does kind of allow you to play ignorantly, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a stupid little option to kind of do things. I also see we're not playing the Striker Dragon, and we're also not playing the SP Little Knight down here, so I guess that's a little bit more friendly to some people in terms of deck build. We are doing Vorpgate with the Samurai Destroyer. Holy crap, we were just going full anti-meta Steam here and just looking at our opponent going, hell, sorry, you're a Ubel main now. Like, get cratered. Outside of that, also, the Gravity Collapse is extremely cute. Let's call it what it is in terms of Gravity Collapse. Like, we've all seen the fun little things that you can do with this. Being able just to blast, send a free synchro, get the chance to go ahead and do your thing seems pretty strong to me. And then our last list we have here is the Paleozoic era. Yes, it's not quite a 60 card variant. We shaved a little bit off the top. We couldn't quite find enough room for 4 more trap cards in our deck. I look at this list and I'm like, this is just pure advantage. Also, the Elemental Burst is so stupid out here, so you can do your thing. And okay, it's interesting just to see, how many people look at this list and they're like, hey, why are you playing the Elemental Burst? Well, it destroys all cards on your opponent's side of the field, like off of a transaction rollback. Like, that's free to think about out here. All right, you also do have, we're playing a Blaze Accelerator Reload with triple Scattershot as well. And of course, we have some interesting little Witch's Strike stuff here as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to have a fun trap deck out here and you want to have the chance to do something with the meta, try this. All right, this actually lets you, mess around with a slower game pace out here, but that's fine. All right, just play some trap cards and just laugh at your opponent. So that is everything that we have for Sneak Peek Weekend. thus far. More and more will become available out here, and I am going to enjoy talking about this stuff as we head into the WCQ. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.